Okay, so just quickly repeat that. My name, tennis with a K. I hope you can easily remember this. I'm going to give you 4 pieces of information. Okay, number 1. Okay, very simple. One is I have worked with more than 20 different nationalities in my past experience in my previous corporate life. And I love hiking and running. I have completed half marathon. I also went to Mount KK, successfully climbed the peak. Okay, out of this, there's one lie. So if I count to 3, just show me your finger which one is the lie. Okay, 1, 2, 3. Number 3, number 4, number 1, number 4. Boy, what do you think? Which one is lie? Which one I lied to you? That's not true. Number 4. 2, 3, not 1, 4, 4, 2. Actually, I did work with more than 20 nationalities in my past corporate life because it was a global MNC. So I worked, we did a global operation support. So I actually, basically worked with more than 20 nationalities in my past 15 years. I love hiking, true, and running. Although I don't post much, I don't share much. Some of you all know me. But I love hiking and running. I never complete this one. The longest I did was 12 kilometers only, 12 kilometers, but it was very tough already for me. But I successfully did Mount KK. I was tempted to do the second time, but no, it was a tough one. It was a tough one, really. Okay, so a bit professional about me. I love about communication. I love about communication, and I love about how our human mind works. So I went and invest myself to do HRDF training, professional training, NLP. Primarily, you see, I love a lot about NLP, neuro-linguistic programming. So that actually tells us how our brain works and affects communication. And focus area, I focus a lot on the training area is, you can see leadership, coaching, mentoring, communication, and business presentation. So I have worked with many clients before, and to be frank, for all of you to be here, the client actually paid 4 figures for their employees to come, for a class, 4 figures, 18 participants. So I really applaud all of you to come here and take this opportunity to come. Career highlights, I have been, now that's I show you, I really have worked with 15 years, and I am really passionate about working with people. But I'll share a story later on to tell you the contradict, okay? So you have done all this, okay? Thank you. This is very familiar to all of you, right? This is basically happening every day in your life. Why is that so? The moment you start communicate every day, you are there to influence and persuade people. Do you all agree this or not? At the moment you start to talk to people, you are trying to communicate, you're trying to persuade and influence. For example, you get back home, you want to ask your mom to cook for you. Mom, please the pasta you cooked last night, very nice. Can you cook again or not? Or maybe back in the office, you say, boss, we are running behind the project timeline. Can you give me another head count or not? Please, otherwise we cannot finish. Sound familiar? Yeah. Basically, we are there to influence every day, every single day. You might find that why do we need to influence? Any thoughts? Why do we need to influence? Sorry? Yeah? Encourage positive. Yes, one of the things that's correct. Because you want some action from people, right? Any other thoughts? Exactly. So you want to influence the person so that the person will do what you want them to do, correct? But sometimes you might find that, your mom is the easiest to persuade. Sometimes you find your boss the most difficult to persuade. But how are you going to influence them? We don't know. We don't know. Sometimes you might find, hey, this trick may work. This trick may work for my mom, but this trick will not work in the work environment. Okay? So it's important that we know everyone is different. So how do you successfully influence them is based on their different needs, different behavioral or social needs. So we will come down to it shortly. But I want now you all to think of what is your biggest challenge at the moment. Okay, for example, you are maybe a housemaker at the moment, or maybe you are an employee at the moment. Who is that one person you are dealing with right now is giving you a lot of problem? The biggest challenge, maybe, for example, for me, my boss. Back in the corporate day, I would definitely write my boss, who is someone sitting in Australia, and has been giving me a lot of new projects which I don't want to handle. No one has done that before. I got no one to do it. So I want you to write that person down and what are the challenges that you have been facing. My one, very demanding, can be very demanding. Do not listen to feedback. Okay? I give you maybe like 1 minute. You can think about it. I know it's painful. This is painful because you probably don't like to handle or interact with this person, but it's important to write it down so that at the end of the day, we know what to do with this person. When we walk out of this room, we will know how we will handle this person. Give you 1 minute to think about it. Maybe your school, the most hated classmates. Maybe at home, your father has been demanding you to do this, to do that, to achieve this, achieve that. Feel free to give me a thumbs up when you are done. Then I know we are good to move on. Tough for Jillian. Looks like, if that's the case, looks like you can work with many people. Right? You don't have much people that are giving you headache. You are basically easy to work with. All good? Yes, all right, let's move on. So before I get into it, just briefly share with you, we'll cover 2 main chapters, which is quite heavy. One chapter, the first is mastering human behavior and social style. Also relevant weaknesses and the relevant solution around it. And because I want to assume all of you, most of you are in employment, so I want to also share with you, the second chapter is, how are you going to handle this kind of person at work? How do you handle with them professionally? Okay. So on the first handout, you have this quadrant, 4 quadrant. So DISC is basically what the behavioral model we are working on today. And you can see the quadrant itself is spread into dominant, non-dominant, expressive, and non-expressive. Okay? So this is the first thing we will touch on to assess yourself first. But before that, I want to share with you a very painful story about me. Okay? Why we need to learn all this? In my earlier career days, I had to coach on a junior. The junior, which I gave her a task and then asked her to complete a certain time. During the deadline, I asked her, just on the timeline itself, on the due date, right? I asked her, have you done? She was telling me, I haven't finished. I don't know what to do. I stumbled upon a problem. I stopped. I didn't continue. Okay, then I was very angry. I said, how could you stop and never ask me anything? You could have asked me and I could have done it. Then I brushed her off and I said, you can go now. I will take over from here. Of course, I sound worse than this lah. Okay, so I went ahead and continued what I have to do to complete that day. The 2 days after that, my team lead came and talked to me. Did you know the person that you talked to very harshly decided to resign? But what's wrong? I didn't do anything. I just want to get the work done. It was nothing personal. But little did I know what I was really lack of in my earlier career days was I don't understand the differences between every single one of us. I thought we all just there to work. don't worry about, your emotion and whatnot, park that aside, let's get things done. But the fact is, each and every human is different. They expect different social styles, social needs when they interact with people. So I want you all to, learn from my lessons and not repeat that. Okay? So now you understand that there's different needs. Let's look at understand yourself first, then only we can understand others better. So first of all, here, who do you think you are dominant? Dominant means you are very strong, you make your words. What do you mean? Do you know what it means, dominant? All of you? Yeah? Are you a dominant? If you feel you are dominant, you raise your hand.
Maybe in certain circumstances,
Ah.
it varies.
Makes sense. Sometimes you are here, you do this. Sometimes you are at home, maybe you are less dominant. Maybe you got a more dominant husband, or in-laws or parents. So I assume no one raised hands, so can I assume you are non-dominant? Non-dominant as you are a bit, okay lah, everything you are like, okay, you don't have much goal, you don't, you feel like everything is just okay, you don't have to fight very hard, or you don't have to, be loud. A bit. Okay, never mind, very tough, right? Dominant and non-dominant. Let's give you some ways of understanding. Okay, so dominant actually means, I'll give you this handout. Okay, just pass along. Okay. I think need to pass on everything. Yeah. So as you go through this, dominant person is very talkative. Doesn't mean they talk non-stop lah. Can talk and able to talk. And show very confident. So the moment you saw this dominant person, you know that this person is very confident from the appearance. And this person makes statement. Morning. I'll give you a handout. No problem. Take your time, no problem. Okay. This person makes statements. For example, what does it make statement? If I were to ask Carol, where is the best nasi lemak you have tasted in KL? Then Carol will definitely tell me, no need to find anywhere else. Just go to Burung Hantu. Just go to Burung Hantu. Don't go anywhere. So she'll give you this kind of statement. She say that there's nothing else and can beat her statement. Very direct. Very direct. Don't beat around the bushes. She wants A, she'll tell you A. If this person wants B, he will tell you B. So it will not give you any excuses or reasons. Assertive. The moment he thinks that his opinion need to be listened or need to be heard, the person will give you his opinion. Assertive. Aggressive. Very aggressive, meaning they do things very fast. They're very conscious about time lah, whatnot lah, resources lah, very aggressive. Okay? They make decisions very quick. And they often interrupt people. So if you look at this kind of person, right, you find that this person is very strong, sometimes very hard to work with, but they are a very quick person. Therefore, don't blame them for being quick. They are actually very result-oriented. Therefore, they behave in this manner. So when they are quick, they tend to interrupt people more often. Quick decision can be, for example, the moment we talk about, hey, let's go have durian. Oh, no, let's go. I know there's a store. Let's gather all together. I'll drive and I'll bring you all there. Okay, that's the quick one. The slow one might say, I need to think or take more time to make decisions. So quick decision can be done very easily for dominant people. Non-dominant, very quiet, like now. Show unsure, sometimes not sure what to do. Oftentimes need to ask questions to clarify. The intention is to find out, am I understanding this correctly or not? So it very appear unsure. And indirect, they may probably, like just now, asking where is the famous or the best nasi lemak. They say, I don't think I have the best one. Maybe you can ask Carol, or maybe you can ask Evelyn. They may know better. In fact, inside their heart, actually, I also like Burung Hantu lah. But they don't want to speak it out. Then it goes along. So these people, if you ask them to go Burung Hantu, they will also follow. They want to go to ABC Nasi Lemak, also they will follow. They will not tell you. gentle, tend to be very soft and gentle. Slow decision and good listener. Slow decision, that explains why. Because they ask a lot of questions. They goes along. And then because of they are able to go along, right, they are also good listener. They will listen first before they make decisions. So these are the dominant and non-dominant characteristics. So after listening to all these, which one do you think? Which one? Can you tell yourself or not? If you can tick more than 5 on each side, right, then you are either dominant or non-dominant. Have a look at it. You are non-dominant. Melissa, you are non-dominant. For you, what do you think? Balance. You think you're 50-50, right? Okay. The fact is, it's not. Okay, there will be one prevalent one. I'll tell you how we assess. Carol, what do you think?
I try to be balanced.
Then what are you at the moment, do you think, from the assessment here? Dominant? Okay. Amber, we were trying to assess whether are you dominant or non-dominant. What do you think yourself? If you could tick 5 from there, 5 characteristics from there, 5 and above, then you are actually belong to dominant and non-dominant.
I think right now, for the current state, I need to be dominant.
Then what are you at the moment? You are non.
Now I am trying to be non-dominant.
You enjoy, so you are dominant. Okay, all right, no problem. Some 50-50.
In non-dominant, it says gentle, right? Does it say in behavioural or social?
Yes, behavior and tends to be a bit more soft when they talk to people. They will think about people first. Yeah, yes, gentle. You hardly see a dominant person speaks like this lah. Correct or not? Hardly. Because they want their voice to be heard. So if I say like that, can you hear me or not? No, right? Cannot, barely. So if you feel now you are 50-50. So what do we do? Okay, you have to assess yourself in 3 circumstances, 3 environments. First one, how do you behave at home? How do you behave at work? And then the third one, how do you behave in social circle? Okay, so if 2 out of 3 you are behave dominantly, then you are dominant. If 2 out of 3 you are behave non-dominant, then you are non-dominant. At home, you know, your immediate family member, your siblings, your father, your mother. That's it. At work, your colleague, your boss, how do you behave? Facing up, facing down, are you behaving the same way? Social circle, more of like your badminton gang lah, your gossip gang lah, or your maybe your extended relatives, like Raya time, Chinese New Year, you all gather around. Are you the one that's sitting at the corner listening to everyone? What are they gossiping about? Or are you the one that, champo masuk and I tell you more gossips? So now do you have a clearer idea? Are you a dominant or non-dominant? Sujin, what do you think? Are you a dominant or non-dominant? Non-dominant, okay. Jillian? Dominant? Dominant or non-dominant? Dominant, okay. Amber, confirm? Dominant. Okay. So now you know on the dominant side, which one are you? I want you all to put a cross on the quadrant itself, put a cross. On the dominant side, if you are non-dominant, put a cross on the non-dominant side. Can Dominant? Yeah. 2 out of 3, then it's dominant. On the, yeah, correct. Still deciding.
Still balance.
Balance, okay. Okay. At work, are you dominant?
Shampoo. It depends.
But most of the time, what do you do? Most of the time, what do you do? Because cannot be depend one. Right now, if you cannot assess yourself, then you won't get down to the next level.
Okay.
Yeah. You need to think carefully. What do you really behave at home?
I think I was dominant, but now not dominant.
Okay. It's fairly okay from dominant to non-dominant simply because we all grow old at certain age, different experiences. So you will become on the other side of it. So if you, for this assessment purpose, would you put yourself dominant or non-dominant? Dominant? Okay. All right. Now that you have this, so we will go down to the next quadrant, which is expressive or non-expressive. Expressive people shows open. They can easily talk to anyone, meaning that, okay, somebody new who just came into the office, first day, you can also speak to this person if you are expressive. And also, it's easily for you to create topics for people to talk to. People-oriented, if you shows open, people tend to, able to talk to you easily. You are more people-oriented. You project warm because you can talk to anyone, and you're people-oriented, and you tend to be a bit, people sense you, more warm from you. White gestures, when you talk, there's a lot of, gesture coming out when you talk. Spontaneous, this person is very spontaneous one. The moment they feel of doing something, they will just go ahead and do it. They won't think too much. And also very emotional. So the moment you see this person walking in, if you have a very expressive boss or expressive colleague, the moment you see them coming out, their face will tell you whether they are in a good emotion or a bad mood today in the office. Okay? Facial expression, also a lot of facial expression when they talk. Like this. They will give you along what they talk about, they give you the similar or the relevant facial expression. And this person loves to crack jokes. Are you one of these? No? Okay. Non-expressive, show reserve, tend to be more quiet, doesn't open up easily. Even if you talk to people, somebody, you may not like to do this, like talk to new people. You may be a bit quiet. Only when people ask you A, you answer A. So a bit more reserved in that sense. You are only interested in tasks, getting things done. Show cold, because you show reserve, right? People will tend to think that you're a bit cold. Few gesture, you talk with your hand, kept to the side. Very formal. How do I mean formal? Just for example, like the durian trip, right? The person who is non-expressive will say, no, sorry, wait. Let me create a group chat first. Whoever wants to join, please come to this group chat. And then now let's discuss which day we should go. It will become like a step-by-step thingy that must fulfill this, then only do this. It will become a very formal procedure talking to this person. Wait. Let me mark down who wants to go. Okay, so which day? I give you 2 options, which one you want to choose. So this is somebody who is a bit formal when it comes to a non-expressive person. Very self-disciplined. Show very serious face. When they want to get things done, they are very serious. Okay? Very organized. You don't see messy tables. If your friend is a non-expressive person, you won't see a messy table at home or in the office. Very organized. Okay? So, do you want to assess yourself? Expressive or non-expressive? Expressive? Expressive, I agree. Sujin, expressive, you are expressive? Expressive, non-expressive? Non-expressive. Amber?
I can't tell. I'm very weak when I mess up. Because this is at home or at work because I'm totally different.
Yeah, so same thing. If you feel 50-50, the same way of doing it, 2 out of these 3 environments will help you to decide whether you're expressive or non-expressive. If you are expressive, 2 out of these 3 environments, then you determine yourself as expressive. So I have half expressive, half non-expressive. Okay? Now, you have your answer already, Amber? Yeah. Then what do is you put another cross. If you are non-expressive, then you put the bottom cross. Yep. Correct. That's right. All good? All have your, okay. So now, right now, you should see one of the quadrant is with 2 cross. Am I right? So the 2 cross actually refers to your number 1 style, meaning that you already know which are your style. Is it a D, is it an I or S or C? So D1, who is a D here? Can you raise your hand? Okay, D, based on the assessment we did lah. Who is a I? Okay. Who is a S? Who is a C? Okay. Julian? D. Okay, so that sums up to the four different behavioral style. Oh yeah. When I do it by myself, then it's a bit off. I have that expressive dimension for you to look at, and I'm going to give you also another set, which is this the four styles, and each style in this case there's a representing bird type. Okay, so D is an eagle, I is a peacock, S is a dove, C is a owl. Do you have enough? Missing one, expressive one? Oh, okay, thank you. So these are the four main styles that we will be covering on. Okay. Okay. A lot of things that you'll be looking on from the paper, right? Let's take a pause because we didn't get to introduce everyone. Correct? we were waiting for everyone to come in, right? I wanted you to be able to connect with new friends also, since we are all here together. You all have your name, right? Just quickly share with me like the two things you want people to remember or to know about you. Just two things. The moment I hear the name of Poi, yeah, I'll be remember a cheerful smile, or somebody who enjoys cooking, just specifically about pasta or something like that. Two things about yourself. Can I start with Amber first? Two things about yourself that you like people to remember you. Yeah, okay.
Okay, I think I like travel. I like to sleep. Okay?
Travel and sleep. Okay, when I think of Amber, she loves to sleep and travel. Okay, sure.
I think how I want people to remember me is when you remember after Apple, I would like people to think to act slow a bit, don't act too fast.
Oh,
Because traffic light always saying that Amber, you're supposed to slow down, you're not supposed to.
Oh, thank you for that. Yeah. Okay, expressive, crack jokes. Okay, what about Sujin?
Hi, my name is Suji.
Yep.
Two things about myself. One thing is like I have a license, but I don't drive.
Oh, okay.
And then second one, I like purple color.
Purple? Oh, okay. Poi?
For me, I like
You like to sing? Oh, you do have a nice voice. Yeah.
thanks. The second thing is I like blue color.
You like blue? Okay, all right. Melissa, will you be able to share?
Melissa, I like to read romance books and play video games.
Be with?
Play video games.
Oh, play video games. Okay, all right. Tanisha?
Hi, my name is Tanisha. I'm a diver.
Diver.
Yes.
You love to dive?
Scuba diving.
Wow, okay.
I am an adrenaline junkie. I like to do things that gets me closer to God every day.
Oh, wow. We cannot judge the book by its cover. What else? One more thing?
That is the
Okay, that's also thing. Adrenaline junkie. Okay. Carol.
Hi, my name is Carol. So I love coffee.
Yeah.
I love dogs.
Yeah. Well represented in your social media. Jillian, what about you?
Julian,
Yeah.
I like to eat
Okay.
and
Yes.
I like working out. Yeah.
Workout?
Yeah.
Workout. Gym in specific?
I go for Pilates.
Ah, okay. Evelyn.
Evelyn, okay. Hi everyone, this is Miss Evelyn.
Sure.
Okay, two things. One thing, I don't dye my hair.
Okay.
Number two is I'm a good listener.
Oh,
Agreed.
Agreed.
Yeah, she is. She's a friend of mine, so I understand. Okay, so back to this. Thank you for sharing, everybody, now that we know each other a little bit better. Okay, not so cold anymore. Okay, so influencing. So the influencing one is representing is peacock. Peacock, what do? They love to show off, right? Their feathers to attract people to come, the female peacock to come to him. So what is the general characteristic? Stimulating. So the act that they do is try to, oftentimes very enthusiastic, very encouraging, very enthusiastic. This kind of person, they really like something new. The moment they see new things, they want to try out first. Okay? Is that you? Danisha? Okay. So pickleball came, oh, I go after pickleball. Golf also come to my interest. I also go to golf. Now I think, wow, diving also not bad. I also want to try. So these persons are very enthusiastic in learning, very stimulating. Oh, not just they themselves want, they also go and tell people how good it is. Please also join. Very creative. Love to socialize because it's expressive. So able to talk, very show very open. Love to socialize. A lot of ideas. If you have a boss, an eye boss, you'll be probably busy chasing after his new ideas. Okay? Verbal. This person likes to talk, can talk. So probably if you give him a topic, but he only knows 30%, he'll be very confident and stand up there and act like he knows 100%. It's not that not good, but he is able to catch up that. To be able to stand in front there takes a lot of courage. For this person, they just take it and move. Very verbal. Flair. You all understand what does it mean or not? Got flair. Macam gaya a bit lah. G-A-Y-A. So the moment this person maybe walks into an event or venue, right? Got spotlight one. Everybody will be able to see. Dress nicely, perhaps behave very, will steal the limelight. So they love the spotlight on them. So they were all well dressed. Usually all well dressed. Love to dress up. The moment this person comes in, right? If your boss is an eye boss, right? They will come in. You hear maybe the high heel sound, clock, 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 clock comes in one. Or maybe a boss that, hey, hello, morning, hey, Carol, wow, you wearing white color, nice on you today, very good. The boss will be like that. It's an eye boss. Energetic, often want to try new things, so it's always a very energetic. You see this person very energetic. And assertive, the moment he wants to talk, he will make sure his message carry across to you. He will not wait. Okay? So what is the need of this person? What is the social needs of this person? He wants recognition and receive praise. Just like the peacock, when they show off, right, they basically just want to attract the female peacock. That's exactly when they have female peacocks comes to him or to approach him, then he will feel that the recognition is there. Yeah, you can take it down. I don't have this, but I can drop you this also. At the end, we finish the PDF version of the PowerPoint so that you can go back and refer to anytime. Paper might be someday after this, don't know put where already, but this one will be easy. Okay. Next one is S. Done? No? Okay. Done? Everyone done? Okay. So next one is S. Steadiness. It's a dove. You see that dove represent what? Calm. Sorry? Purity, yeah. Anyone else? Gentle. And maybe an event organized by WHO or all these international organizations, they will release what? Dove, represent peaceful, that kind of thing. So it's expressive and non-dominant. So this kind of person is usually very caring. They love to care about people. They know, if the moment you wink your eye, they know, you're not well, is it? Or you're feeling not good, feeling happy, not happy. This person will be the caring one. Nice person, definitely. Very sensitive. They're very observative about people also. Friendly, helpful, trusting. They easily trust people, and people will easily trust them also because they are very friendly and helpful. And lastly, they care for people. Sounds like the saint, right? Too good to be true. But yes, there are many people like this. Okay? What they are looking for? Basically, they want to be accepted, to be popular. Meaning they cannot accept, if let's say there's a group of pickleball gang, he cannot accept people fighting with each other. We must be nice and be good to each other. If there's any argument happen, right, he will be the one that go and patch people up. Come on, let's go coffee, let's talk it through. This one, Mr. S will be the one. Mr. or Miss S will be the one to go and patch up for any disagreement. Okay? Because they care for everyone, right? They just want to make sure that they also be accepted by that person they care for. So they're very caring. Good. C, compliance. Compliance is non-dominant and non-expressive. Okay? Do a lot of thinking. You throw a task or you throw a question, they need to think first, very thoroughly. They do a lot of writing. The moment they go into a meeting or go into a training or whatsoever, they do a lot of writing one. If you see a person who keeps on writing word by word from the boss or from the trainer, write word by word, most likely this is a C. This person likes to write it down. They're afraid of missing any single tips or any single point. And then this kind of person, of course, they do a lot of thinking. They are less verbal, very detailed. Exacting. Like if you pay him 20 ringgit, you're supposed to pay him 1952, right? You give him 20 ringgit and you say, no need, don't give me the balance. No, I give you 48 cents. One by one, give it back to you. They will not accept the 20 ringgit. Exacting means like this lah. The more internal, they are more, more relevant word would be maybe introvert, a bit more introvert. They're more internal, very specific, very precise, very patient. So if this person ever enter a boss room and gonna scolded, right, you go in with the same face and come out with the same face also. Because they are more internal, they don't show off their emotion and whatnot. And what they need, actually they want to have the security of being right all the time. So because of that, right, these kind of people, they tend to take more time to make decisions. So don't blame them for that because they want to be sure that everything they do is correct. They want to do things step by step and not be in any chance of being wrong. So you have a C friend. I used to have a C friend. I always blame her. Before I know DISC, I always blame her, why you always late? Because normally, let's say we decided to meet 11 a.m. in the morning, right? She always come 11:30 and always say on the way. So, but the thing is, I didn't know that she is a C. C usually need to take more time. Is it okay if I wear this pink color? Tomorrow what we will be doing? Oh, can you say will bring me to eat curry meal? This pink maybe not nice. If let's say I kernel curry sauce, how? Okay, I change. So instead, I realized that after learning this, I realized if I want to meet her at 11, I tell her 10:30. So she got plenty of time. And also I tell her way in advance so she can plenty of time to think and prepare for herself. So that's how you would handle with C person. And D, eager. From eager you can see, roughly you can guess already. So they're very determined, they're very direct, winning. They always want to win, you know. Even in the small coffee shop talk, they also want to win. Because they are very result-oriented. So therefore, everything that they want to do, they must achieve a favorable result to themselves. Very impatient, result-oriented, what I just said. Money-oriented also, very time-conscious. And they want immediate return. They want to, the moment they put in the effort, right, they want to make sure that, I get my return, what I have said. They want to invest 1,000, they want to immediately see, 1,000 return per se. So they are very impatient. Out of the 4 quadrants, this is the most impatient person you can see. So they want achievement. Their basic needs is they want achievement, they want to show results. If you have a D boss, you go into the meeting room to report performance, right? You tell him you achieve how many % of return over the KPI, he'll be very happy to know. Don't tell him how much you have done. Oh, so susah payah, we got the relevant skills and whatnot. Don't tell him all the process. Tell him what exactly you achieve for him if you have a D boss. So that's basically a D boss that you will see. Okay. Now, all that we have gone through, if you really gone on an online assessment, right, the online assessment will show you the result like this. This will be your primary, the number 1 style. Subsequently, you will see that the end result will show up like this. Okay. In general, we have 2 types. Most of the people are born with 2 types and die with 2 types. But I am very sure at the end of today, or maybe at the end of this week, when you started to digest what you have learned today, you're probably slowly generating the 3rd type, which is adapting to somebody else. Okay? So most people come with how many types? 2 types, and they will always die with 2 types. But for you, you have a chance to develop the 3rd type, which will help you to communicate better and interact with people better. Okay? Okay. So now we all know your 1st type already. We look at the number 2 type. This is the 2 cross will be of number 1 style. Now, because you have 2 other cross, single cross, correct or not? So based on the matrix that I share with all of you, you have to look at, for example, let's say, Melissa, you are C, right? So your relevant one would be S and D. So S and D. So you got to look at the characteristics. If you can take 4 and above, then that will be your secondary style. Okay. Take 3 minutes for you to assess yourself. Take a look on both types, whether are you S or D. Can you take 4 or more from the characteristics? Then that is your secondary style. You know your secondary style. So fast? S, C. D and C. Okay. Oh, by the way, it will always be the one connecting one. It cannot be opposite. If you are D, you cannot be a S as a secondary one. Oh, and also it's good if you all know each other, some of you know each other, then you can assess your friend whether it's correct or not. There are some people, they just stay genuine in 3 environment. But D and C, Carol?
Non-C, confirm non-C.
I would say it's I lah. D and I lah.
D and
Your primary is D, is it?
Actually,
I and D. Okay. Okay. Matches to my understanding. Amber? Cannot be C. Cannot be the opposite one. I cannot be you cannot have is the connecting one is either here or here. If you, yeah.
Like that, then now
You use I and D. Okay. All right.
I have a question.
Sure.
What do you mean by trusting? Like I trust people because
Easily trust people, and people also easily trust you. Because you are a caring person, you look at it, I can confide to you some of my problem, I can talk to you. Yes. So you C and S, right? Yes. I and D? Why the face? Okay. Danisha was like, I'm a D. Why the face, leh? D actually is a good thing, let me just tell you this, right? There are 4 types, right? Which one is the least population with D? I blurb. D is the one with least population in the world, whole wide world. By the way, DISC has got about 70 years of history, so their results are quite accurate because there are many people have done the assessment online, they have tracked the data. So globally, 3% of people is with D. So not everyone can be boss lah, in a sense. not everyone can be a leader, by the way, right? So leader needs to be there, be the first one to win. Yeah, Danisha.
For the S, right?
Mm.
Care for people and the friendly part. Is it to everyone or just our selected social person?
It's to everyone most of the time. Yes. It's not selected. If it's selected, then it will be a C person probably. C person doesn't open up easily, but the moment they open up, they care for the very close, very small circle of people only. C, that would be a C. Okay. So do you all want to give a guess? Which one is the okay, the smallest population is D. The biggest population? Carol thinks C. For you think?
S.
You think S? Amber? S? Anyone else? Any other guess? S, well, you're all very smart. Yes, S is the next biggest, 69% of the population. So then the C is 17%, I is 11%. So it sums up 100 lah. If let's say the D is the biggest population, probably we are in war all the time, right? And D is 3% only. So not everyone is there to be a boss. And we are glad that, otherwise we'll be in a war all the time. Correct or not? So, all of you have your first and second style. It's important to know yourself first, then only you know how to handle people. Okay, so you all have all these. Now I want you to put it up in your name tag. Again. Anyone still feel unsure which one is your secondary? Anyone? That's like no 50-50, straightforward, right, for all of you? Okay, IS, SC, CS, ID, D and C, ID, D and I. Okay, everyone has got, Amber, yours is ID, right? Okay. So now you've got this. And let's take a look at a quick video.
Okay, so we've established that everyone is different, right? But here's the cool thing. They are predictably different. We all are. And because of that, we can actually predict how people will act or react in a given situation. Our world is made up of 4 types of people. There's dominant, or the D style, influencing, which is the I style, steady, or the S style, and compliant, the C style. Generally speaking, those are the personality types of the people you interact with every day. And I'll let you in on a little secret. You're one of them. Let's take a look. We've all been waiting on an elevator and seen the girl who presses the button, steps back and looks at the button again, then presses it again, and again and again. Yeah, that's a D style. She has places to go and people to see. She's probably always in a hurry, so then she'll tap and hold the button, frustrated, thinking she can actually make it move faster. D styles are dominant, direct, and results-driven people who want to control their environment and do something to make a difference in their world. Now, let's take a look at the I style. She is Talky Talkerton. Once the doors open to the elevator, she's the one who turns around and starts talking to nobody in particular about pretty much anything. She's an influencer. When the elevator stops, she's the jokester who quips, "Third floor, lingerie, enjoy your day." Now, not all I styles are cheesy people who tell mom jokes all the time, but you see what I mean. Eyes draw energy for people and love to engage. Now, here comes little Miss C style. She's the quiet one. She's kind of off to the side, standing in the front of the elevator, looking at the plaque that reads, "Maximum weight 2,500 pounds." She's calculating body weight. Uh-oh. If one more person gets on, we're gonna go down. She's on a schedule, but she's allowed herself plenty of time. She's compliant, she knows the rules, obeys the rules, and wants everyone else to do the same. Enter the S personality. She's stable, steady, and keenly aware of her surroundings. She wants everyone to be happy, and she thinks it's her job to make it so. She's the one holding the elevator door open to make sure everyone who wants to get on can do so at their leisure. Meanwhile, Miss D's in the back huffing and puffing about needing to get to her meeting. The S will even take the stairs if there's not enough room for Miss I, who keeps everyone waiting while she finishes her mocha latte frappuccino thing. Harmony and steadiness are a big deal to the S. As a leader, it's important to know these DISC styles so you can begin to better understand the people around you. It's also important to understand that we are all a blend of these styles. Sure, we can adapt those blends based on our environment or when a specific situation calls for one style over the other. But more often than not, we've all got to accept our DISC and learn to live, work, and play and accept these basic truths. So there you have it. We're all different, but we are predictably different.
So this one.
So I was telling this joke.
Oh, okay. let me. This one is pretty funny. Okay, so now do you realize who you are right now, or is this a real you that you know yourself, or is that the person that sees you, the other person that sees you? Do you realize that what your number 1 and number 2 style, is it how are you seeing yourself, and is it also the same that people are seeing you at the moment? You think so? You think so? Okay, that's good. You probably know yourself, but not as deep as you could have find out today. Okay. So these are the quick reminder about this, and we are going to jump into how to read others. Okay. How do we read others? There's a trick. Just now when we assess ourselves, we did whether are we dominant or non-dominant first. Okay, because we know ourselves whether are we behaving this way all the time. But when we assess somebody who is, you may not know very familiar, you know this person, you've seen this person, but you got to assess them the other way around. Are they expressive or non-expressive? Because you don't know how they behave, how they act immediately, whether are they a dominant person or not right away from the first glance. But whether when the moment they start talking to you, are they with a lot of facial expression, a lot of gesture, you can kind of like understand whether are they expressive or non-expressive. So we will do a quick test to all of you and see if you can find out the behavioral style for this coming 3 person. What do you all think? What do you all think? Muhyiddin. But he has been appearing in our video, on the TV screen almost every day for a long period of time during COVID, right? Do you all remember all that? Give a guess. What do you think his first and second style is? Wild guess. Tanisha, what do you think? You don't know yet? Okay, never mind. Let's see. Maybe from this you'll be able to know.
Of the present uncertain times to further enhance the agenda. Transparent communication, good.
Okay? It's a very long message every day, right? So, is he expressive or non-expressive? Non-expressive, right? His facial expression remain the same. Does he have gesture or not? No, right? So, non-expressive, what could that be for the quadrant? Either C or maybe D, right? So he's non-expressive. Do you think he's dominant or non-dominant? He's not dominant, eh? Then you'll be an S or C and S, right? Do you remember who was the one that who was the whistleblower for the 1MDB case? Who did the whistleblower for Najib? Do you remember that? He's the first one. He came out and back then he was still in UMNO, right? Primarily Najib was his boss. He came and said that, Najib, this is not right. The way you're handling the money is not right. So he He's very decisive. He came and did the blowing job for the people in Malaysia. Tell that, you know, you did it right, you did it not right. You gotta give, you gotta, face your consequences lah. So he went on to showcase a lot of evidence that he has. So in that case, it's actually a D. So primarily, if we look at the quadrant just now, if we look at the quadrant, the 4th quadrant, if we start with non-expressive and then also a dominant, what will be his primary one? The first one. Okay, I need this. If we start with, he's a non-expressive, but he's a dominant. So his primarily will be, the number 1 star will be yes. He's a dominant one and non-expressive. Because when you do non-expressive, you'll be bottom, right? We start with non-expressive, and then he's a dominant one. So here. So he's a D and a C. Okay? What do you think? Oh, very fast learner, you all. Okay, I. And what do you think the secondary would be? D. What do you think so, Tanisha? Money, yeah. When there's a boss, usually you will have either one of their style is a D. It's a big boss because they are very oriented, result oriented. Only then they can have a vision to say, okay, I want to be the biggest, the cheapest, or the most famous airliner, the cheapest airline in Southeast Asia. So he has this vision and he went ahead and do it. I, why do you think he's an I? Sorry? His smile is an I, okay. And he's also very creative, right? He was like the first one jump into, as an airline boss, he went in and become a pizza delivery. You know, when we first experienced MCO, he's the one that first jumped on and do delivery. He started the AirAsia app and it's something like the Grab competition, right? So he went on and jumped in and said, we are okay to deliver food. So he has plenty of ideas. I think he's from a finance background and jumped into airline business. So for a person who jumped on in, it has got to be an I. He has a lot of ideas. He's enthusiastic to go on to do anything that he wants to do. Okay, let's have a look.
Sales and motivation, the dealer network. I've always looked at business now, even more so, as is it something people want? Right? So it wasn't the airline business so much. It was, do people want to fly cheaply? Right? Do people like to travel? The rest was, well, let's do it. I mean, easier said than done.
Okay, if you Google most of his video online, right, he probably a bit more louder in terms of expression and gesture, but this one is a bit more toned down already. So you still can see a lot of facial expression, hand gestures, and body movement. So compared to Muhyiddin, completely opposite, right? So they are very much different. So I and D is the right one. Okay. The third one, can you assess your father or not? Or the person that you have wrote down just now. The person that you have wrote down just now, can you assess this person or not? You choose either you want to assess your father or you want to assess the person that you work with. The difficult stakeholder. You have an idea, Amber?
Would it be a father? Is double D?
Oh, it cannot be. Because you have two quadrants, it will be, you feel like he's a double D. But in terms of assessment, usually we won't have double D lah per se. Because if you assess the two aspects, right, whether dominant, non-dominant, or expressive, non-expressive, right, so it will have at least 3 cross. So you will have to know, which one is the one. If your father, generally we look at him as dominant lah. I mean, at our, when we were young, when we look at them, we usually think that they are dominant. But along the years, when you progress, right, when you live with him, maybe he's different. Yeah. Okay.
For me, I would say my dad is like a compliant C.
Yeah.
And then a S.
C and S. Yeah. So you also follow suit because you are a very caring person also. You are. Okay. Amber.
I think
Mm.
when my father was young,
Yeah.
he's definitely D.
Okay.
But now when he gets older, I tend to see more on S and no, sorry. When he was young, he's definitely D. But now getting older, because of age, now become more S and C.
Yeah. Actually, it's very difficult to slowly adapt to the third one. Like what I just mentioned, we all die. I mean, we born with two, die with two. In my past 4 years working on the corporate training, I never seen anyone with 4, but some may have adapt to 3. 3 is only because we're dead. Ah, sure. Oh, okay. Or maybe we want to, oh, okay, it's also about time. Let's take a short break first, then we come back. Maybe 20 minutes. It's quite cold also, I know. Very cold, is it? Maybe you want me to adjust? Adjust to not so cold. Let's take a 5 minute, no, 20 minutes lah. 20 minutes break, take a coffee or bit and come back. Yeah, it's out at the back. I have put on some and some cookies also. Okay.
Every romance shakes and it bends, don't give a damn. When the night's here, I don't do tears, baby, no chance. I could dance, I could dance, I could dance. Watch me dance the night away. My heart could be burning, but you won't see it on my face. Watch me.
Muhyiddin actually is C and D. Let me explain again later. I'll tell you all why.
I'll still keep the party burning out one day at a place. Lately, I've been close to the edge. Stupid look in my face. I stay on the
We'll come back at 10:40. Enjoy the break.